2027 Uttar Pradesh polls cast alignments and party overhauls to define election battle in Uttar Pradesh. The battle lines for the 2027 assembly election are being drawn. Parties are betting on new leadership, caste alliances, and grassroots mobilization to secure victory. As Uttar Pradesh, India's most populous state, prepares for the 2027 assembly elections, political parties are actively restructuring their organizational setups to strengthen their electoral prospects. The Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), the Congress, and the Samajwadi Party (SP) are undergoing comprehensive overhauls, aiming to consolidate their bases and expand their influence across the state's diverse political landscape. Under the leadership of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, the BJP has taken the lead in reshaping its organization by appointing 70 district presidents. Of these, 44 are new leaders, while 26 have retained their positions, in line with the party's policy of limiting consecutive terms for district chiefs. Caste representation has been a key factor in these appointments, ensuring a balanced mix of Brahmins, Thakurs, OBCs, and SCs. A senior BJP leader involved in the selection process emphasized, the selection process was done with the aim of ensuring representation from every community while keeping the winnability factor in mind. We have ensured that no single caste dominates the appointments. The BJP's restructuring efforts come in response to its declining seat share in Uttar Pradesh in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, where its tally dropped from 62 to 33. Political analyst Shashikant Pandey, head of the Department of Political Science at Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Lucknow, said, the BJP lost significant ground in 2024 due to caste mobilization by opposition parties. The new leadership appointments indicate an attempt to regain lost support among OBCs and Dalits while retaining the upper caste base. Party insiders said that with the Zilla Panchayat elections scheduled for next year and the assembly elections in 2027, the BJP is focusing on grassroots mobilization, ensuring its leadership reflects both caste diversity and youth participation. Meanwhile, the Congress, under Mallikarjun Kharge, has also revamped its Uttar Pradesh unit, appointing city and district presidents across 75 districts. The party has increased representation for Dalits, OBCs, and Muslims, though concerns remain about the overrepresentation of upper castes. A senior Dalit Congress leader expressed disappointment, stating, while the Congress has given more representation to Dalits and OBCs than before, it still falls short of their actual population share in the state. Defending the appointments, State Congress Chief Ajay Rai said, if you analyze the list, 65% of the appointments are from Dalit, OBC, Muslim, and ST communities. Our focus is on creating a leadership that represents all sections of society. However, despite these efforts, internal debates persist over whether the Congress can effectively position itself as a pro-social justice party while still relying on upper caste votes. Pandey further said, the Congress has to strike a fine balance. While they need upper caste support, they must also ensure that OBCs and Dalits feel adequately represented. Whereas the Samajwadi Party, under Akhilesh Yadav, is advancing its PDA Pikta, Dalit, Alpsankyak strategy, which proved successful in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, helping the party secure 37 seats. SP insiders said the party is set to restructure its organization in phases, prioritizing leaders from backward communities to strengthen its support base. A senior SP leader, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed, the PDA formula worked well for us in 2024, and we intend to strengthen it further. We are identifying non-performers and ensuring that strong grassroots leaders, especially from backward communities, take charge. The appointment of Shyam Lal Pal as the new SP state president in May last year was a crucial step in this direction, followed by internal meetings in December to finalize the list of new district chiefs. Political analyst Dr. Ramesh Dixit remarked, Akhilesh Yadav understands the importance of social engineering. By placing OBCs, Dalits, and Muslims in leadership positions, SP is attempting to cement its position as the primary challenger to the BJP. With Zilla Panchayat elections in 2026 and assembly elections in 2027, the SP is doubling down on its PDA strategy, believing it to be the key to securing victory. As Uttar Pradesh heads into a high-stakes electoral battle, each party is working meticulously to strengthen its position. The BJP is banking on a mix of new leadership, caste inclusivity, and Yogi Adityanath's governance model to secure a third consecutive term. The Congress is struggling with internal dissent over representation while trying to build a stronger organizational base for the India bloc. The SP, buoyed by its 2024 success, is focusing on social engineering through the PDA formula. Political expert Pandey summed up the scenario, stating, the 2027 UP election will not just be about party ideologies, it will be a battle of caste alignments, leadership restructuring, and grassroots mobilization. Nan Kunal Kamra doubles down with new satire video, posts another video taking dig at Nirmala Sitharaman. In Parliament showdown, Rahul Gandhi says stopped from speaking, Speaker reminds him of rules. Rahul Gandhi on Wednesday claimed that he was not being given a chance to speak and the House was being run in an undemocratic manner. Rahul Gandhi, leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, on Wednesday claimed that he was stopped from speaking in the House. Stating that the lower house of the Parliament was being run in an undemocratic manner, the Congress leader said that this is a new way in a democracy, where the opposition has no place. His remarks came after Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla asked him to follow the rules of procedure that members are expected to observe to uphold the dignity of the House. You are expected to maintain the high standards of dignity and decorum of the House. I am aware of several instances where the conduct of MPs was not in line with maintaining the high standards of dignity and traditions of the House, Speaker Om Birla said. Father, daughter, mother, wife and husband have been members of this House. Therefore, in this context, I expect the leader of the opposition to conduct themselves in accordance with the rules. It is particularly expected of the leader of the opposition that they maintain their conduct, he added. Attacking Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi said he was not being allowed to speak in the House and that this was not the correct way to run the proceedings. I don't know what is going on. I requested him to let me speak but Speaker just ran away. This is no way to run the House. Speaker just left and he did not let me speak. He said something unsubstantiated about me, then adjourned the House. Rahul Gandhi was quoted as saying. Whenever I stand up, I am stopped from speaking. I did nothing, I was sitting quietly, there is no place for democracy. I wanted to speak on Kumbh Mela. I also wanted to speak on unemployment but I wasn't allowed, the leader of opposition added. This is not the first time that Rahul Gandhi has made certain remarks. Last week as well, he accused the Lok Sabha Speaker of not giving him an opportunity to speak. BJP leader Amit Malviya said that it is disgraceful that the Lok Sabha Speaker has to remind Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, about basic parliamentary decorum. The fact that Congress has imposed this puerile man upon us is truly unfortunate, he wrote in a post on X. Nan. Congress moves privilege notice in Rajya Sabha against Amit Shah for maligning Sonia Gandhi's reputation. Congress Chief Whip in Rajya Sabha Jairam Ramesh on Wednesday gave a notice for breach of privilege against Home Minister Amit Shah for allegedly casting aspersions on Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi during his reply on a bill in the upper house. Congress Chief Whip in Rajya Sabha Jairam Ramesh on Wednesday gave a notice for breach of privilege against Home Minister Amit Shah for allegedly casting aspersions on Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi during his reply on a bill in the upper house. In his notice filed to Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar, Ramesh said on March 25, Shah, while replying to the debate on the Disaster Management Bill, 2024, had inter alia stated that the PM Relief Fund was created during Congress rule and PM CARES was set up in Narendra Modi's tenure. I hereby give a notice of question of privilege in terms of Rule 188 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States Rajya Sabha against Shri Amit Shah, Minister of Home Affairs, for casting aspersions on SMT Sonia Gandhi, member of Rajya Sabha and chairperson of Congress Parliamentary Party, Ramesh said in his notice of question of privilege against Shah. He said Shah during his reply had stated, during Congress rule, only one family had the control and the Congress president was a member of it. The Congress president was a part of the government fund. What will they reply to the government? Ramesh said as may be seen on perusal of Shah's statement, even though the Home Minister did not take the name of Sonia Gandhi, but he had categorically by implication referred to her and imputed motives to her vis-a-vis the functioning of the National Prime Minister's Relief Fund NPMRF. It is well established that it is breach of privilege and contempt of the House to cast reflections or make derogatory references to any member of the House. In the instant case, the Home Minister had made unfounded allegations against SMT Sonia Gandhi with a premeditated motive to malign her reputation. The Home Minister's statement is blatantly false and is defamatory. This tantamounts to breach of privilege of SMT Sonia Gandhi. Hence, this matter constitutes a breach of privilege and the contempt of the House as well, the Congress Chief Whip in Rajya Sabha said. In view of the foregoing, privilege proceedings may be initiated against Shri Amit Shah, Union Home Minister, he said. Nan. Kejriwal lied. BJP slams AAP over failure to announce cash scheme for women in Punjab budget. Arvind Kejriwal AAP had promised in its 2022 State Assembly election manifesto to give Rs 1,100 per month to women aged 18 and above. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP on Wednesday slammed the Bhagwant Manmal Aam Aadmi Party AAP government in Punjab for failing to announce the promised financial assistance to women in the state's budget for the 202,526 financial year. The Arvind Kejriwal AAP had promised in its 2022 State Assembly election manifesto to give Rs 1,100 per month to women aged 18 and above. Earlier today, Punjab Finance Minister Harpal Singh Chima presented a budget with a total expenditure of Rs 236,080 crore. However, the budget did not mention the monthly financial assistance to women, which was one of AAP's flagship promises before coming to power. In response, Union Minister and BJP leader Ravneet Singh Bitto criticized the AAP government in Punjab for failing to fulfill its promise. Empty vessels make the most noise, Bitto wrote in his post on X. AAP government has utterly failed to deliver on its flagship promise of Rs 1,000 per month for women in Punjab. The Union Minister also accused Bhagwant Man's government of increasing Punjab's debt by around Rs 1 lakh crore. It has added around Rs 1 lakh crore to the state's debt, a sum nearly equal to the Rs 3 lakh crore accumulated over the previous 30 years, he stated. Bitto also raised concerns over rising crime and drug trafficking in the state, claiming that the budget offered no practical solutions to improve law and order. The 2025 budget shockingly allocates no funds for Malwa Canal project. The AAP's pledge to create millions of jobs remains unfulfilled, and unemployment continues to rise as a persistent problem in the state. They have made mockery of the people of Punjab in this budget, he added. BJP spokesperson Pradeep Bhandari also joined in the criticism, accusing AAP of misleading the people of Punjab, and expressed his disappointment over the absence of financial aid for women in the state budget. The women of Punjab have still not got 1,100 Rs in their bank account. No mention in budget of Punjab tabled today. March 26, 2025. Arvind Kejriwal has lied to the people of Punjab, Bhandari wrote on X. He further warned, just like Delhi, women of Punjab will teach AAP a big lesson. Additionally, Bhandari shared a clip from an interview of Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann with a TV channel from early January, in which Mann had confirmed that the promise to provide Rs 1,100 per month to women would be included in the next budget. Also read Punjab government presents over Rs 2 lakh crore budget for 202,425, accords special focus on health, education ease. Rania Rao gold smuggling IPS Ramachandra Rao knew about his stepdaughter's protocol misuse. NEWS 18. Supreme Court showed who's real. Gadar Eknath Shinde on Sina split amid Kunal Kamra row during a recent stand-up comedy show. Kunal Kamra dubbed a parody song of a Hindi film and called Shinde a traitor for his 2022 rebellion against the Uddhav Thackeray-led MVA government. Shinde Kamra row Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde on Wednesday hit out at Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena over the Gadar jibe and reiterated that Kunal Kamra's controversial remark against him was part of a Supri contract given to him. He further responded to the controversial comments saying that the people of Maharashtra and Supreme Court have showed who a traitor is, reported NDTV. The 36-year-old stand-up comedian has kicked up a major political storm in Maharashtra for taking a jibe at Shinde's political career in his show by modifying the lyrics of a popular Hindi movie song. Read more like taking Supri to speak against someone. Eknath Shinde reacts to Kunal Kamra's remark while speaking at the Maharashtra Legislative Council. Shinde said, "You keep calling me Gadar, Gadar, you will soon have to close the door in Marathi of your party." Referring to the verdict given by the Maharashtra Assembly Speaker and the Election Commission that the faction led by him is the real Shiv Sena and the Maha-UTI's victory in the recently held assembly polls, the Deputy CM said, the Election Commission, Supreme Court and the Speaker of the House have said who is the Gadar. More importantly, the people, who are above everyone, have also given their verdict. No matter how much Supri contract you give, nothing's going to work, the report added. He further questioned Kamra, where was free speech for Kangana Ranaut, while referring to when Kamra had hailed the action taken against BJP MP and actor Kangana Ranaut's Mumbai office. Uddhav faction of the Sena and opposition members are talking about the constitution and freedom of speech now. There have been several instances in the past when they have acted against people who criticized them, he said. In September 2020, a part of Ranaut's office in Mumbai's Pali Hill was demolished by BMC after she spoke out against the Uddhav Thackeray-led Maharashtra government's handling of actor Sushant Singh Rajput's death. Nana and during a recent stand-up comedy show, Kunal Kamra dubbed a parody song of a Hindi film and called Shinde a traitor for his 2022 rebellion against the Uddhav Thackeray-led MVA government. Weighing on the Maharashtra politics with a musical touch to the song Poli Si Surat, Kamra mocked Shinde and sang, "Mary Nazar se tum dekho to Gadar Nazar wo ae." After the clip went viral on social media, Shiv Sena warned of legal action and some of its workers vandalized the venue where the show was recorded. 12 party leaders were arrested but were later released on bail on Monday. Nanananan. Rebel BJP MLA Bazainagowda Padalyatnal expelled from party for 6 years. The BJP has expelled rebel MLA Bazainagowda Padalyatnal from the party for 6 years. The BJP has expelled rebel MLA Bazainagowda Padalyatnal from the party for 6 years. The Vijayapura MLA was twice served notices and finally he was sacked from the party on Tuesday. Central Disciplinary Committee of the party has considered your response to the show cause notice dated February 10, 2025 and has taken serious note of your repeated violations of the party discipline. Despite your assurances of good behavior and conduct in response to earlier show cause notices, the order issued by the CDC member OM Pathak said. It has accordingly been decided to expel you for a period of 6 years with immediate effect from the primary membership of the party and you stand removed from any party position that you may hold until now, it added. Nan. Lok Sabha passes bill to set up Tribhuvan University. Shah says cooperative insurance firm on Anvil Shah took a swipe at some opposition members for their demand that the university should have been named after Verghese Kurian, associated with the growth of milk cooperatives in Gujarat, saying that Tribhuvandas Keshibai Patel was a Congress leader who gave job to Kurian. Lok Sabha on Wednesday passed a bill to set up Tribhuvan University in Gujarat's Anand with an aim to create a qualified manpower for cooperative societies. The university has been named after Tribhuvandas Keshibai Patel, who was one of the pioneers of cooperative movement in India and instrumental in laying the foundation of AML, Minister of Cooperation Amit Shah said during a debate on the Tribhuvan University Bill, 2025. Shah took a swipe at some opposition members for their demand that the university should have been named after Verghese Kurian, associated with the growth of milk cooperatives in Gujarat, saying that Tribhuvandas Keshibai Patel was a Congress leader who gave job to Kurian. The AML's journey started in 1946 has transformed into one of the world's biggest dairy brands with a turnover of over Rs 60,000 crore, he said. The proposed university will also address the long-pending issue of capacity building of employees and board members in the cooperative sector in a pan-India and focused manner. To further strengthen the cooperative sector in India, Shah said. A cooperative insurance company will be set up soon that will provide insurance coverage to all cooperative societies in the country. He exuded confidence that the insurance company will emerge as the biggest private insurance company in time to come. In the coming days, he said, Sahar taxi on the lines of Ola and Uber will be set up, which will register two-wheelers and four-wheelers, and the money will directly go to the driver instead of the app operator. To expand the cooperative movement, he said, additional 2 lakh primary agricultural credit societies packs will be created before 2029 general elections. With the addition, all villages will have their own packs, he said, adding, all states have adopted model bylaws whereby 50 economic activities have been brought under their ambit. Once the bill is passed, India will get its first university for the cooperative sector for capacity building of manpower engaged in the sector. The university will not only train people but also upgrade skills of those working in the sector, he said, adding, it will follow a hub-and-spoke model for imparting training in different states through institutions related to the sector. There are about 8 lakh cooperative societies with 30 crore members in India. Every 5th Indian is attached to any cooperative society. Cooperative not only fosters rural development but creates opportunity for self-employment and research and innovation. Citing the successful journey of Amul, Shah said, its turnover was Rs 2,882 crore in 2003 and now it has crossed Rs 60,000 crore, which is 5 times more than HUL and 8 times of Nestle India. At the group level, he said, the turnover is Rs 90,000 crore including non-dairy business. Taking a political swipe at the opposition, he said, Kamal symbol of BJP has bloomed in Delhi and time is not far away when it will bloom in West Bengal too. Intellectual bankruptcy is evident in the opposition and it flows from top to bottom, he said without naming anyone. Quoting a Gujarati adage, Shah said, if a well is dry how could it provide water to farmland? Sharing various steps taken by the Ministry of Cooperation, he said, income tax rules have been relaxed for the cooperative sector, centralized database has been created, and urban cooperative banks have been permitted to do one-time settlement, among others. According to the bill, the present education and training infrastructure in the cooperative sector is fragmented and grossly inadequate to meet the present and future demand for qualified manpower and capacity building of existing employees in cooperative societies. The bill said it is essential that a comprehensive, integrated and standardized structure is created for education, training and research by establishing a national university to ensure a stable, adequate and quality supply of professionally qualified manpower for different categories of jobs in cooperatives such as managerial, supervisory, administrative, technical and operational. The Tribhuvan Cooperative University Bill, 2025, aims to provide education and training in the cooperative sector through Tribhuvan Cooperative University, build youth capacity, establish centers of excellence offering degree programs, distance education, and e-learning courses, and train approximately 8,000,000 individuals annually, while creating sector-specific schools of excellence in areas like dairy and fisheries. The Tribhuvan Sauri University will ensure a steady supply of trained human resources for new initiatives, unify 284 cooperative training institutes across India, enhance the capacity of existing centers, increase long-term cooperative courses nationwide, and establish a comprehensive and integrated system for education and training in the cooperative sector. The establishment of Tribhuvan Cooperative University will realize the government's mantra of Saarse Samriddhi, boosting the rural economy, promoting the growth of dairy, fisheries and banking cooperatives, and offering valuable career opportunities for youth in the cooperative sector, he said. Nan. Message of Unity, agenda setting for polls. Hey race. What happened at NDA's dinner meet for Bihar? An insider told CNN News 18 that the gathering served as a launchpad to send a message to national parties like the Congress that a double-engine government, well-thought-out strategy and coordination are what it takes to win elections. On Wednesday evening, all constituents of the NDA in alliance both in the centre and in Bihar met at the residence of former BJP Bihar chief Dr. Sanjay Jaiswal for a meeting chaired by the party's national president JP Nadda. The one direct and crucial message that Nadda conveyed to the alliance partners was the importance of unity. Drawing a comparison with the seemingly crumbling alliance between the RJD and the Congress in the state, Nadda said unity in NDA was of great significance. United we stand and divided we fall. If we are united, we can ensure a record-breaking performance in the upcoming elections, Nadda is said to have conveyed to the leaders at the meeting. Wednesday's gathering was also an extension of the Bihar Day celebrations in the national capital, an initiative launched by the centre to recognize the state's legacy, culture, food and tradition across the country, given the pan-India migrant population from the state. This was a big launchpad for the NDA in the national capital to send a message to national parties like the Congress that a double-engine government, well-thought-out strategy and coordination are what it takes to win elections, an insider told CNN News 18. The seat distribution for the year-end Bihar elections has not taken place so far, and smaller parties, like Jitan Ram Manohar and Ram Vilas Paswan faction of the LJP led by Chirag Paswan, have been vocal about their demands. But this time, the seats will be distributed differently. Every time, we look at seats and divide them among alliance partners. This time, we will look at candidates and ask every NDA partner to come up with their set of candidates for the said seat. Winnability will be the final criteria for getting the seat, the insider added. In the coming month or so, there will be 2 high-profile visits to Bihar from the Centre. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be in Gopalganj on March 29 and 30 for a meeting of the Ministry of Cooperation, apart from addressing all PAC representatives. The most important part of the visit will be the official setting of the agenda by the alliance. On March 29, Shah will meet BJP leaders for an internal meeting, and the following day, he will meet all NDA partners to talk about the common strategy that needs to be followed in the run-up to the election. Unlike last time, this time, we will have a common strategy in place, and it will be a fight for NDA and not a particular political party or symbol. Like Maharashtra, we are expected to have a common manifesto, and all leaders, including those in the centre, will campaign for all the candidates of the alliance. The message that must go to our party cadre right from the booth level is that a united front is contesting the election, the source said. In April, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in the state, and he is expected to address a program of the Gram Panchayats in Madhubani on the 24th. With a few months to go for the election and new partners in the NDA bloc, Wednesday's meeting was significant because it was attended by top leaders of all parties. Apart from MPs of various alliance partners, Nada from the BJP, Working President of the JDU Sanjay Jha, LJP President Chirag Paswan, Manyahi from HAM, and Upendra Kushwaha strengthened the strategy for Bihar from the national capital. Nan. Congress MLA likens saints to bulls. Stokes Row BJP slams remarks as anti-Hindu mentality. Congress MLA attacked the BJP, alleging that Ram Mandir and Mahakam have made the saints propagate BJP's message and talk about Hindutva. Congress MLA Rajendra Kumar Singh has sparked a controversy with his remarks on saints, likening them to bulls left by the BJP to propagate the party's message and Hindutva among masses. His remarks came addressing party workers at the Congress Workers' Conference in Satna on Wednesday in the presence of the party's state chief Jitog Paitwari. The BJP hit back at the statement, calling it cheap anti-Hindu mentality. Singh slammed the idea of India as a Hindu nation and said that the seed planted by Golwalkar and Syama Prasad Mukherjee has not turned into a tree. He roped in Ram Mandir and Mahakam in Prayagraj to attack the BJP, stating that the party has left these saints to talk about Hindutva. The seeds planted by Golwalkar and Syama Prasad Mukherjee for creating a Hindu nation based on religion have today sprouted and turned into a plant, and then a tree. The coincidence is that with the Ram Mandir and Mahakam, the BJP has left saints, sadhus, Sannyas, Baba Bairagi, and Mahamandaleshwar among the people, saying go, talk about Hindutva, promote the BJP, speak about Sanatan, and these bulls are grazing in others' fields, he said. Nanan BJP leader Amit Malviya shared the video of the remarks on X and termed it cheap anti-Hindu mentality. The Congress' cheap anti-Hindu mentality has crossed all limits, he wrote. Nan. Samajwadi Party MP's house attacked in Agra. Karni Sena demands apology over Rana Sangha remark. A video of the Rajya Sabha MP surfaced recently in which he is purportedly heard saying that Rana Sangha was a traitor who brought Babur to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. The residence of Samajwadi Party's Rajya Sabha MP Ramji Lal Suman was attacked here Wednesday allegedly by workers of Karni Sena, days after the lawmakers' remarks in Parliament on Rana Sangha triggered a row. Karni Sena demanded apologies from Suman and SP chief Akhilesh Yadav for insulting its hero and said its protest would continue in a peaceful manner, with its chief asking the group's workers to not take law into their hands. Yadav slammed the Uttar Pradesh government over its claims of zero tolerance against crime, following the attack at Suman's house, and questioned Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's authority, alleging that despite his presence in Agra on Wednesday, the house of the SP lawmaker was vandalized. Uttar Pradesh Women Commission Vice President Aparna Yadav has sought an apology from Suman over his remarks on Rana Sangha. Aparna, a BJP leader, is also Akhilesh Yadav's sister-in-law. Scores of activists and supporters of Karni Sena, a caste-based group advocating for Rajput pride, vandalized the lawmaker's house located near Hariparvat Shraha here around 1 p.m. Multiple cars parked outside the house were damaged, chairs broken, and the house's glass windows shattered. Videos showed a handful of police personnel confronting the mob as it went on a rampage in the posh neighborhood. A policeman was also seen getting injured in the skirmish. Speaking about the incident, the MP's son Ranjit Suman said, for several days, abusive language has been used on social media, and threats were being made. For the past 2 days, there were talks of surrounding the house. The police administration was aware of this, but no action was taken. Instead, the attackers' group were patronized. They attacked with sticks, rods, and swords. The incident took place on a day Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath was in the city for a public event. There was no response from police officials on the issue till 7 p.m. A video of the Rajya Sabha MP surfaced recently in which he is purportedly heard saying that Rana Sangha was a traitor who brought Babur to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. Rana Sangha, or Sangram Singh I, was the ruler of Mewar from 1508 to 1528. Referring to Ramji Lal Suman's remark, Karni Sena chief Sarai Pal Singh AMU demanded that the lawmaker and Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav tender an apology. He claimed the remarks insulted a hero who defeated Mughals. Karni Sena workers should not take law into their hands, keep their protest democratic and extend support to police and the administration. As far as the damage at the Rajya Sabha MP's home, we will provide him with new chairs and get windshields of the damaged cars replaced, he said in a video shared on social media. Akhilesh Yadav and Ramji Lal Suman must immediately apologize. We will continue our protest in a peaceful manner. If lawmakers have freedom of speech, we also have the right, he added. In light of the attack, Akhilesh took to X to condemn it and questioned the CMS authority and his government's claims of zero tolerance against crime in the state. When a violent attack on a PDA MP's house cannot be stopped even in the presence of the chief minister, then zero tolerance is bound to become zero, Yadav wrote. Referred to picked OBCs, Dalits, and Alpsankhyak minorities, a term he frequently uses to describe his party's voter base. He also described Adityanath as outgoing CM. Yadav further mocked the government's use of AI technology, which was recently highlighted during the Maha Kumbh to estimate the number of pilgrims through AI-enabled cameras. If the CM is still in charge, he should take immediate action and use AI to identify and punish the culprits. Otherwise, it will be assumed that this attack on a PDA MP happened with his approval, he wrote, condemning the incident. Separately, talking to PTI, Aparna Yadav said, whatever he Suman said on Rana Sangha lacks historical evidence. It appears to be more of an attempt to project himself. He should either apologize or resign for claiming that Rana Sangha invited Babar to come here and rule India. Aparna is the daughter-in-law of SP founder and former Chief Minister Mulayam Singh Yadav. There is no historical evidence to support SP MP's claim. I think he and the entire opposition should brush up their knowledge of India's history that is full of stories of many such kings who sacrificed their lives for their land and protected the sovereignty of India. He must apologize, she said. Karni Sena, which is active in states like Rajasthan, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh, has been involved in violent protests during the making of Hindi films Padmavat, Panipat, and for demanding caste-based reservations for the Rajput community. Nan. BJP slams poll-bound OBC survey in Bengal, calls for major movement. Party leader Suvendu Adhikari said the survey is unconstitutional and accused the Bengal government of focusing solely on the Muslim community ahead of the 2026 elections while neglecting the Hindu OBC community. Bharatiya Janata Party BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari has raised concerns about the ongoing OBC survey conducted by the West Bengal government, calling it illegal, politically motivated, and targeted towards a specific vote bank. Calling for a major movement involving OBCs in Bengal, Adhikari alleged that the survey, which has been conducted since March 10, lacks official notification and order. He asserted that it is unconstitutional and challenges the judiciary by focusing solely on the Muslim community ahead of the 2026 elections while neglecting the Hindu OBC community. Nanan. Last year, the Calcutta High Court cancelled OBC certificates issued by the state government since 2010. In response, the state government approached the Supreme Court to challenge the HCS order. The government said they would conduct a fresh OBC survey within 3 months and submit it to the court. Nanan Adhikari questioned the current survey, stressing that it only targets minorities and ignores proper OBC communities. He also presented a video showing a Nandigram BDO stating there is no notification for the survey. Adhikari claimed the government was attempting to divert resources from Hindu OBCs without scientific data by creating non-existent communities. Nanan. On March 18, 2025, the West Bengal government informed the Supreme Court that it would conduct a new survey to identify OBCs in the state within 3 months. This move came after the Calcutta High Court scrapped all OBC certificates issued since 2010, citing that 75 of the 77 communities added to the OBC list were Muslims. The High Court stressed that religion seemed to be the primary criterion for inclusion, which it deemed an affront to the Muslim community. Nanan. The BJP argued that a class is declared OBC based on identifiable data and its inadequate representation in state services. Adhikari claimed the TMC government is conducting a flawed survey to justify its issuance of OBC certificates to its vote bank. He alleged that the survey lacks scientific data and is an attempt at appeasement under the guise of welfare. Nanan. Meanwhile, TMC leaders Jaiprakash Majumdar and IT cell chief Devanshu questioned Adhikari's claims, stating that the OBC matter is sub judice and the BJP leader has no right to comment on it. They argue that the issue should be resolved between the court and the government. According to TMC leaders, the people of Bengal have rejected BJP's divisive politics. Nan. I'm amused. Sitharaman's humorous take on Raghav Chadda's no fan, no chair remark on rural banks. Nirmala Sitharaman, in a fun banter, said that Raghav Chadda's exposure to the Western world would help people within the country. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Wednesday gave a humorous response to Aam Aadmi Party AAP Rajya Sabha MP Raghav Chadda for raising the issue of the conditions of banks in Parliament. Sitharaman, while addressing the Rajya Sabha, in a fun banter with Chadda, said that his exposure to the Western world would help people within the country. I was amused, sir. If member Raghav Chadda does not take offence, he observed the number of fans in the bank, the condition of the bank, how many were whitewashed and not painted. I am really so satisfied. There are members of parliament who are otherwise very busy with many things internationally, she said. He has found time to visit rural banks and look at them, noticing there are no fans, no doors, no chairs. Raghav Chadda, please do more of this. It will help people within the country because, with your exposure, particularly to the Western world, you can do a lot more here. Please do, she added. Following Sitharaman's reply, Chadha was seen smiling. Earlier, the Aam Aadmi Party AAP MP expressed deep concern over the severe crisis affecting the country's banking system. During the discussion on the Banking Laws Amendment Bill, 2024 in the Rajya Sabha, Raghav Chadha questioned the central government's intentions, stating that the bill does not meet public expectations. He emphasized that banks are not just financial institutions but the foundation of democracy. Addressing the House, the AAP leader said, "Bank is not just a building made of brick, cement and concrete. Bank is not just the name of an ATM made of iron and aluminum. Bank is a name of trust for the people of our country. But today, this trust earned over the years is breaking. Instead of providing convenience to the public, the bank has become a web of problems. From common people's savings to farmers' loans, from students' education to retirees' pensions, the banking system is deeply integrated into every citizen's life. However, growing banking fraud, loan recovery issues, and increasing pressure on employees have resulted in declining public trust in banks. Today, people are hesitant to trust banks with their money," he said. In addition to this, Chadha also pointed out that home loan rates in the country have surged to 8.5% 9%, while education loans range from 8.5% to 13%. He urged the government to set a maximum limit on education and home loan interest rates. During the discussion on bill, Chadha warned that without a robust banking system, the entire framework of savings and credit would collapse. With agency inputs, none won't deter my fight against corruption. Hot-headed Karnataka MLA Yatnal expelled for 6 years for indiscipline from alleging that some leaders blackmailed and bribed their way into the Karnataka cabinet to threatening to expose a Rs 40,000 crore scam under Yediyurappa's BJP rule. If expelled, Yatnal has showed no hesitation in taking on his own party. Basanagowda Patil Yatnal, considered BJP's hot-headed leader whose statements have often put the party in a tough spot, has hit a hat-trick. Yatnal has been expelled from the BJP for 6 years for repeated instances of indiscipline, his third such expulsion in his 3-decade-long career. BJP state chief by Vijayendra, speaking to NEWS 18, said it was important to respect the decisions made by senior party leaders regarding the organization and not get distracted from the goal of rebuilding the BJP and bringing back the party to power in Karnataka. He said, "We are part of a cultured and disciplined organization, and the decision made by the seniors should be respected. There is no need to celebrate it, but we must focus on building a stronger party and ensuring that the corrupt Congress is thrown out. The party needs to be strengthened and taken to greater heights. That should be the focus." Calling the expulsion an inevitable step, Vijayendra also appealed to party workers, "I request you not to celebrate the decision taken by the party leaders today against indiscipline." Yatnal, who has had a history of confrontations, especially with B.S. Yediyurappa and his family, previously served as an MP and held posts such as Mose Railways and Textiles. The Bijapur MLA has been warned several times by the party high command to rein in his statements. His relentless attacks against senior BJP leader Yediyurappa and his son Vijayendra created visible rifts within the party and unrest among party workers. Despite multiple show-cause notices, Yatnal refused to soften his stance. From alleging that some leaders blackmailed and bribed their way into the Karnataka cabinet to threatening to expose a Rs 40,000 crore scam under Yediyurappa's BJP rule if expelled, he showed no hesitation in taking on his own party. While he continued to challenge the party leadership, his influence over Panchamasali Lingayats made him difficult to sideline. State BJP leaders found themselves caught between pressure from Delhi and the challenge of dealing with the defiant leader. Yatnal called his expulsion a reward for calling a spade a spade. He said in a post on X, "Certain vested interests have played their part in furthering their agenda successfully. The decision to suspend me will not deter my fight against corruption, family politics, the development of North Karnataka, and Hindutva." Yatnal was informed of his expulsion through a letter signed by O.M. Pathak, secretary of the BJP disciplinary panel. The letter stated, "The Central Disciplinary Committee of the party has considered your response to the show-cause notice dated February 10, 2025, and has taken serious note of your repeated violations of party discipline, despite your assurances of good behavior and conduct." Yatnal, the face of rebellion within Karnataka BJP against Yediyurappa and Vijayendra, has faced show-cause notices before. In February 2025, he was served a notice for defying party discipline, his second one after a December 2024 notice over his public allegations against Vijayendra, whom he accused of corruption and adjustment politics. He was previously expelled from the BJP in December 2015 for anti-party activities after refusing to withdraw his nomination as a rebel candidate from the Vijayapura double-member constituency for the Legislative Council elections. He had also been expelled in May 2009 after openly criticizing then CM B.S. Yediyurappa's style of functioning. With his latest expulsion, Yatnal has been removed from the party's primary membership and all party positions with immediate effect. His immediate response will continue to fight. This is not just about Yediyurappa and Vijayendra. The decision is a message to Allah: either follow the party's rules or fall out, said a senior leader on condition of anonymity. Yatnal, the MLA from Vijayapura, formerly Bijapur, has long been a thorn in the side of Yediyurappa and now his son, Vijayendra. A former union minister and a fiery leader from North Karnataka, Yatnal has built his political identity by challenging the party's top brass, questioning leadership decisions, and stirring controversy at every turn. A vocal critic of the Yediyurappa Vijayendra duo, he has repeatedly accused the former CM of neglecting North Karnataka, allowing his son to run a parallel administration, and straying from the ideological path of the BJP, RSS, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He relentlessly attacked Yediyurappa during his tenure and has now turned his fire on Vijayendra, questioning his leadership as state BJP president. Known as a hothead within the BJP, Yatnal has had frequent run-ins with the party leadership and has rarely maintained a smooth relationship with the top brass in recent years. In 2009, struggling to regain his political footing after his expulsion, Yatnal joined the JDS in January 2010, hoping for a comeback. However, his pro-Hindutva stance clashed with the party's ideology at the time, leading to his exit in October 2013 after losing the assembly election from the Vijayapura city constituency. Yatnal's influence stems from his strong backing within the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS, which has allowed him to openly challenge Yediyurappa without immediate consequences. He also represents the powerful Panchamasali Lingaya community, a key subsect of the Lingayats, who form a crucial vote bank for the BJP. This has made any disciplinary action against him a politically sensitive issue. Let's not get distracted by such developments. We need to focus on bringing the BJP back to power in the state. This isn't about Yatnal versus the Yediyurappa family. Any leader, big or small, who does not fall in line with party rules will face action. The goal is to build a strong, undefeated party, said a senior party leader from coastal Karnataka. Nan. Rooftops not government property, why ban on namaz there? Imran Masood hits out at Yogi government over Eid advisory. Sample additional SP has stated that Alvida Juma prayers on March 28 and Eid prayers on March 31 will not be conducted on the streets. Prayers will also not be offered on rooftops in the Kotwali Samhal area, he said. Congress MP from Saharanpur, Imran Masood, has said that Muslims have been made second-class citizens. Speaking to CNN_News 18, he argued that the Uttar Pradesh government has no right to stop people from performing namaz on their rooftops in Samhal on the occasion of Eid or Alvida Juma. This follows an announcement from additional SP Shirish Chandra on Wednesday. After a peace committee meeting, he stated that Alvida Juma prayers on March 28 and Eid prayers on March 31 will not be conducted on the streets. Prayers will also not be offered on rooftops in the Kotwali Samhal area, he said. This decision comes in light of recent tensions in Samhal and communal violence. The authorities have stated that namaz should be performed inside mosques or homes. Roads are the government's property, so they can stop namaz, said Masood. They have a problem with namaz being performed on the road for 5 minutes, but a road can be blocked for other purposes all night. But rooftops of houses are not your property, why a ban on namaz there? You have made Muslims second-class citizens in the country, he added. Masood also accused government officials in Samhal of being mentally disturbed and not respecting the sanctity of their position. The BJP is reaching out to Muslims on the occasion of Eid. They are distributing Sagat Modi kits to 32 lakh Muslim families through mosques in the country. Is this a Sagat gift? Asked Masood. You are stopping Muslims from reading the namaz on rooftops or roads. If there has to be a Sagat, then give Muslims a Sagat of security, education, jobs, and give a Sagat of junking the Waqf Amendment Bill. Why are you making Muslims a beggar? Is a Muslim begging from you? Masood asked. However, BJP's Rajya Sabha MP Dinesh Sharma stated that the Samhal administration order was appropriate. He believes that namaz should not be performed on the roads, but inside mosques or one's home. Nan. Parvish Verma's use of Bhai in Delhi Assembly causes massive protest. 3 Malays marshalled out during ruckus. The ruckus started when Verma was answering a query during the question hour on the Tirthyatra Samatai Bhai, an otherwise unremarkable word, led to a 13-minute-long disruption and heated exchanges between the ruling BJP and the AAP in the Delhi Assembly on Thursday. While the AAP was adamant that the word was used to show disrespect, presumably to Leader of Opposition Atishi, PWD Minister Parvish Verma asked the opposition leaders, "What did I say? How is it wrong to say by?" 3 AAP Malays were marshalled out by Speaker Vijayendra Gupta amid the uproar in the Assembly, which at one point even rang out with BJP legislators' slogans of Chhatimya Ki Jai. The ruckus started when Verma was answering a query during the question hour on the Tirthyatra Samatai. Taking a dig at the AAP, saying the previous government sanctioned Rs 80 crore for the Tirthyatra Samatai for 202,425 but spent nothing. Opposition AAP Malays reacted angrily to the comment. Atishi, a former chief minister, stood up to counter Verma's charge. As the minister tried to resume his answer, Atishi and other AAP Malays continue their loud protests. After repeated failed attempts to resume his speech, a seemingly exasperated Verma said, "Kahan se li ho bhai." Atishi stood up in protest again, saying the language used by Verma was unparliamentary. Other AAP Malays too joined in and accused the minister of showing disrespect. The PWD minister said, "I just said bye, brother. What is unparliamentary about it?" The speaker asked AAP members what was the offending word, as Verma only said bye, which is not objectionable. "I don't understand the issue." As opposition Malays continued to protest the remark, Gupta ordered AAP leaders Vishesh Ravi and Kuldeep Kumar to be marshalled out. Verma tried to explain what his remark meant. He said he meant to ask, "Where do you bring such bad manners from?" and added that at no point did he name anyone, certainly not a woman member. With the issue refusing to die down, Another Law Minister Kapil Mishra said the opposition was deliberately creating disruption since the question was on Chhath Puja. Some BJP leaders then raised slogans of Chhoti Maiya Ki Jai. If this was a question on Hajj, Mecca, Medina. Mishra said Atishi ji is my sister, not my brother, Verma added after a few more exchanges with AAP Malays. The assembly proceedings then went back to the normal. The PWD minister said this year the Delhi government has allocated Rs 55 crore towards festivals like Chhath Puja and Kanwar Yatra and they would be organised without corruption which was routine under the previous AAP government. Nan. India not aid Haram Shaila Amit Shah hits out at TMC as immigration bill gets Lok Sabha nod. The Home Minister further accused the Mamata Banerjee government of issuing Aadhaar cards to Bangladeshis and not giving land to the Centre for Fencing Work on the board. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Thursday said that those who come to India for business, education and investment are welcome, but those who pose a threat to security will face stringent action while asserting that India is not a Haram Shaila Lodge. Replying in the Lok Sabha on the Immigration and Foreigners Bill, 2025, Shah hit out at the Trinamool Congress over infiltration from the India-Bangladesh border and said the BJP will put an end to it after the 2026 West Bengal Assembly polls. Immigration is not a separate issue. Many issues of the country are linked to it from the point of view of national security. It is very important to know who enters the nation's border. We will also keep a close watch on those who will endanger the security of the country. Those who pose a threat to the national security will not be allowed to enter the nation. The nation is not a Haram Shaila. If someone comes to the nation to give its contribute to the development of the nation, they are always welcome, he said. The Home Minister further accused the Mamata Banerjee government of issuing Aadhaar cards to Bangladeshis and not giving land to the Centre for Fencing Work on the border. The fencing work of 450 kilometers is pending because the West Bengal government is not giving land for it. Whenever the process of fencing is done, the ruling party workers indulge in hooliganism and religious sloganeering. The fencing work of 450 kilometers of border has not been completed because the West Bengal government is showing mercy to the infiltrators, he said. Whether Bangladeshi infiltrators or Rohingyas, earlier they used to enter India through Assam when Congress was in power. Now they enter India through West Bengal where TMC is in power. Who issues them Aadhaar cards? Citizenship. All the Bangladeshis who have been caught have Aadhaar cards from 24 Parganas district. UTMC issue Aadhaar cards and they come to Delhi with voter cards. In 2026, the BJP government will be formed in West Bengal and we will put an end to this, he added. Highlighting the benefit of the Citizenship Amendment Act, Shah said during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's tenure, people from 6 oppressed communities from neighbouring countries are taking refuge in the country through CAA. India is a geocultural nation, not a geopolitical nation. Persians came to India and are safe in the country. Today, the world's smallest minority community is safe only in India. Jews fled from Israel and stayed in India, he said. Lok Sabha passes the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025. The Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025 was later passed by the Lok Sabha. Various amendments moved by opposition members were negated and the bill was passed by a voice vote. The proposed legislation is aimed at streamlining various services related to immigration and foreigners, including their entry, exit, and stay in India. The entry, stay and exit of foreigners from India are currently governed by the Registration of Foreigners Act, 1939, and the Foreigners Act, 1946. While Indian visas of all categories to foreigners can be granted in physical or sticker form by Indian missions or posts located abroad, the Bureau of Immigration grants electronic visas under 7 categories to people from 167 countries. Besides, visa on arrival is granted by immigration authorities at 6 designated airports to nationals of 3 countries: Japan, South Korea, and the UAE only for such UAE nationals who had earlier obtained e-visa or regular or paper visa for India. Opposition says law would give arbitrary powers to immigration authorities. Opposition MPs Thursday claimed that some provisions of the bill seeking to streamline various services related to immigration and foreigners give arbitrary powers to immigration authorities and demanded it should be sent to a joint parliamentary committee for detailed scrutiny. Initiating a debate on the bill, Congress MP Manish Tiwari said that its provisions give arbitrary powers to the government for exempting certain foreigners from the law. He also criticized a provision that makes the decision of an immigration officer final and binding. This essentially means there is no appeal, no argument, and no lawyer. Whatever the immigration officer decides will be absolute, he said. Revolutionary Socialist Party MP N.K. Premachandran said the entire opposition demanded that the bill Immigration and Foreigners Bill be referred to the Standing or Select Committee since there are a lot of contentious provisions in it. When we make a bill in 2025, it has to be in tune with the present situation. The imposition of it will adversely impact the fact that India is being considered a destination for foreign investments and medical tourism. Many corrections have to be done, he said. Nan. Do not test our patience. Maharashtra Minister warns police, demands immediate arrest of Kunal Kamra. Kamra sparked a major political controversy in Maharashtra after making a Gadar traitor remark about Shiv Sena chief and Maharashtra Deputy CM Eknath Shinde. Maharashtra's tourism minister and Shiv Sena leader Shamhuraj Desai on Thursday warned the police not to test the patience of party workers and demanded the immediate arrest of comedian Kunal Kamra. Kamra sparked a major political controversy In Maharashtra, after making a Gadar traitor remark about Shiv Sena President and Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde during his comedy special Naya Bharat. Speaking to the press, Desai stated that while Shiv Sena workers had been asked to show restraint by Shinde, their patience was running thin. He stated, "We have been asked by Shinde to observe restraint, that is why we are quiet. As Shiv Sena workers, we know how to drag him out from wherever he is hiding, but as ministers we have some restrictions." Desai also issued a strict warning to the police, saying, "We want to tell the police, do not test our patience and nab him from wherever he is, put him in a tire and give him prasad." Camera's show, which featured a parody of a popular song from the Bollywood film Dil To Pagal Hai, included a reference to Shinde as a Gadar traitor. This term is frequently used by Shiv Sena UBT leaders and their mouthpiece Samana to describe Shinde and his supporters, who rebelled against party leader Uddhav Thackeray in 2022. Shortly after the episode's release on Camera's YouTube channel, Shiv Sena workers, led by party leader Rahul Kanal, vandalized the Habitat studio in Mumbai where Camera had performed. The incident took place on Sunday night. The following day, on Monday, the police arrested Kanal along with 11 other Shiv Sena workers involved in the vandalism. They were granted bail later that same day. Meanwhile, a first information report has been filed against Camera following a complaint by Shiv Sena MLA Murji Patel, accusing him of making defamatory remarks against Shinde. With inputs from PTNN. Will non-BJP supporters be treated as untouchables? Bihar temple washed after Kanhaiya Kumar's visit. The viral video sparked a controversy following which the Congress asked if supporters of non-BJP parties will now be treated as untouchables, while the BJP said this shows a rejection of Kanhaiya Kumar's brand of politics. A purported video of some people washing a temple in Bihar after Congress leader Kanhaiya Kumar's visit has sparked a controversy, with the opposition party asking if non-BJP supporters will be treated as untouchables. The BJP, meanwhile, hit back saying the video only proves the rejection of Kanhaiya Kumar's politics and nothing more. The video, which went viral on Thursday, purportedly shows footage from a Durga temple at Bangaon village in Bihar's Saharsa. According to news agency IANS, the youths purportedly washed the temple premises with Gangajal after Kanhaiya addressed a gathering there. He stopped at the temple for a visit during his ongoing Palyan Roko, Naukri du tour. In the video, some people can be seen splashing away buckets of water in the temple premises, allegedly after the Congress leader's departure. Local residents, however, said this act could be the work of miscreants, as people from all castes and backgrounds are allowed in this temple. Kanhaiya, who belongs to the upper caste Bomahar community, refrained from commenting on the matter. Congress spokesperson Jun Ranjan Gupta told the Indian Express, "We want to know if only RSS and BJP supporters are pious people and the rest are untouchable. The act has disrespected the descendants of Lord Parshuram. Have we entered a new phase of ultra-Sanskritization in which non-BJP parties and supporters will be treated as untouchables? In the first place, we should first verify the identity of those who washed the temple after Kanhaiya Kumar's visit. And if a temple is washed after the Congress leader's visit, it shows the kind of rejection towards Kanhaiya Kumar's brand of politics." BJP spokesperson Asit Nath Tiwari was quoted. Nan. Kerala's minority minister condemns communal remarks over actor Mohanlal's offering for Mammootty. Kerala Minority Welfare Minister V. Abdurrahman has demanded that those who made narrow-minded and uncivilized statements regarding Mohanlal's offering should apologize to the public. Kerala Minority Welfare Minister V. Abdurrahman on Thursday condemned the statements made by certain individuals spreading communal venom regarding actor Mohanlal's offering at Sabarimala Lord Ayyappa Temple on behalf of actor Mammootty. Abdurrahman has demanded that those who made narrow-minded and uncivilized statements regarding Mohanlal's offering should apologize to the public. In a statement, he said those who irresponsibly make such remarks, failing to understand the essence of secularism upheld by Kerala, are a disgrace to the state. Religious scholars should come forward to reject such dangerous stances. These statements are intended to malign a particular religion in front of the public. Such controversies will only serve to strengthen the hidden agenda of communal polarization in Kerala's society, he said. Abdurrahman said people must remain vigilant against the rantings of those who fail to grasp the essence of humanity and fraternity promoted by religions. We have witnessed a religious leader criticizing an elderly Muslim woman for going on a trip to Munnar with her children, deeming it a great sin. There have also been attempts to prevent students from going on study tours. Any such regressive moves must be resisted, he said. His statement came after Mohanlal's offering at the Sabarimala Lord Ayyappa Temple for the well-being of Mammootty during his pilgrimage to the hill shrine on March 18 sparked a row. After the offering receipt was leaked and went viral, a section of people with extreme religious views stated that Mammootty is a Muslim and that he should apologize if he had asked Mohanlal to offer prayers on his behalf. This sparked a controversy, with many taking to social media to rally behind the two popular actors, praising their friendship. Nan. After TNS lead on fair delimitation, Telangana Assembly resolution strengthens collective call. Stalin terming this as just the beginning, Stalin said. With the second Joint Action Committee meeting set to take place in Hyderabad, more states would follow. The Telangana Assembly resolution on delimitation, following Tamil Nadu's lead, strengthened the collective call to resist any attempt that threatened the balance of our democracy, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin said on Thursday. Terming this as just the beginning, he said. With the second Joint Action Committee meeting set to take place in Hyderabad, More states would follow. We will not let anyone redraw India's future unfairly, the CM said in a post on social media platform X. As resolved in Chennai, fulfilled in Hyderabad. Honorable Telangana CM Thiru Revanth Reddy Garu has walked the talk by tabling and passing a landmark resolution in the Telangana State Assembly demanding fair delimitation that upholds justice, equity, and the federal spirit, he said in the post. Stalin further said following Tamil Nadu's lead, this act strengthens the collective call to resist any attempt that threatens the balance of our democracy. Nan. Maharashtra Council admits breach of privilege notice against Kunal Kamra over Shinde Row. What does it mean? Kunal Kamra sparked a controversy with his traitor remark on Eknath Shinde, leading to widespread protests by Shiv Sena. Trouble continues to mount against him. Trouble continues to mount for Kunal Kamra as the Maharashtra Legislative Council has admitted a breach of privilege notice against the stand-up artist for his traitor joke on Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde during a show. Council chairperson Ram Shinde said that he has accepted the notice against Kamra and referred it to the Privileges Committee. News agency PTI reported. Nan breach of privilege is when someone disrespects or undermines the special rights of members of parliament or the legislature. Acceptance of the notice would mean that Kamra might have to appear before the council. Maharashtra Legislative Council is the upper house of the bicameral legislature of Maharashtra, just as Rajya Sabha is to the Parliament of India, while the Legislative Assembly is the lower house, like Lok Sabha in the Parliament. The artist has been summoned by the Mumbai police on March 31 for his insulting remarks against Shinde during a stand-up show at Habitat Studio in the city, the video of which was released recently, leading to a controversy. Shiv Sena workers vandalized the studio after the clip of the show went viral. 12 leaders were arrested but were later released on bail the next day. Nan. Maharashtra's tourism minister and Shiv Sena leader Shambhuraj Desai on Thursday warned the police against testing the patience of party workers and demanded an immediate arrest of Kamra. We have been asked by Shinde to observe restraint, that is why we are quiet. As Shiv Sena workers, we know how to drag him out from wherever he is hiding, but as ministers, we have some restrictions. We want to tell the police, do not test our patience and nab him from wherever he is, put him in a tire and give him prasad, he said. Kamra had mocked Shinde in a parody song from the Hindi film Dil To Pagal Hai during his show, calling the Shiv Sena leader Gadar traitor for his 2022 rebellion against Uddhav Thackeray, leading to the collapse of the Mahavikas Aghadi government. He then became chief minister with the support of the BJP in the state. Nan. Kept in cells meant for terrorists. Revanth Reddy recalls his detention, says jail infected with big insects lizards. The chief minister further added that the cell in which he was lodged was infested with insects, moths and lizards, for flying a drone, an offence that only called for a Rs 500 fine. Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy on Thursday hit out at the opposition Bharat Rashtra Samiti and cited his harrowing experience when he was jailed for 16 days in 2020. Slamming the then BRS government, Reddy said he was kept in the cells that were meant for terrorists and Maoists. The chief minister further added that the cell in which he was lodged was infested with insects, moths and lizards, for flying a drone, an offence that only called for a Rs 500 fine. Detailing his ordeal at the Shirlapalli jail, Reddy said, there were big insects and moths and huge lizards to catch the insects. Some 20-30 of them hanging near the tube light on the ceiling. The constable said he had instructions not to put off the light. So, for 16 days I did not sleep at night. After everyone woke up and we were let out, I would sleep under a tree. The chief minister further stated that if needed, he can even take the Malays and ministers to the jail to show them the reality. Hitting out at the opposition, Chief Minister Reddy said that he is not someone who would take revenge as people did not give him the mandate for vindictive politics. Is it not a political vendetta against me? However, I did not commit any act of revenge. Your entire family would have been in Shirlapalli jail if I wanted to take revenge. I didn't do that and showed wisdom, he added. The chief minister's explosion in the state assembly came following a retort from KT Rama Rao, the state's former minister and son of BRS chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao. What did Revanth Reddy do to go to jail? Rao questioned, accusing the chief minister of flying drones above their houses. He went to accuse Reddy of not even considering that the children in the house were minors. I too went to Warangal jail during the movement. If we send a drone over your Jubilee Hills palace, will you stay quiet if your wife or your child were there and someone took photos? How would it feel? He attacked the chief minister. You linked me to people unnecessarily and labeled me as an adulterer and spoke however you want. Atis that your morality, he said, reported NDTV. Notably, Revanth Reddy's retaliation came days after the Telangana High Court cancelled the complaint against him. In addition to this, the police report also did not mention KTR or his farmhouse and pointed out that the area had not been declared a prohibited zone. Nan. I differ. Mamata Banerjee's reply to question on India's economic growth draws BJP flack. The BJP has come out all guns blazing against Mamata Banerjee, who allegedly objected to India becoming the world's largest economy in future. She is currently in the UK. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is currently in the UK, allegedly objected to a prediction that India would be the world's largest economy by 2060, stating that she differs from that view, drawing condemnation from the BJP back home. The Chief Minister was also interrupted during her speech at the Kellogg College, Oxford University in London, during her visit to the United Kingdom. Nana and during a QA session, Mamata was asked about India's economic progress. leaving behind the UK as the fifth largest economy in the world. India has already overtaken the UK. We UK are now the sixth largest economy, India is now the fifth largest economy. Soon, it will be the third largest economy in the world. By 2060, it is predicted it will be the number one economy in the world, the interviewer said in the QA session, the video of which surfaced online. Who Mamata asked. India, as a country, the moderator responded. I will differ from that. There are so many things about which I should not speak here. Internal and external affair matters, I cannot disclose. I have some other opinion also. Because every country is facing challenge after COVID and also in the turmoil situation in the world. If an economic war-like situation is going on in the world, how do we expect that we will gain? Let us hope for the gain, we can only hope. It is our dream that our country should do best. But it depends, the Chief Minister said. Nanan BJP leader Amit Malviya shared the video of the incident and said that Mamata has a problem with India becoming the world's largest economy. This is truly shameful. She is a disgrace to the constitutional office she holds. Who behaves like this on foreign soil? He posted on X. Shahzad Poonawalla, BJP's national spokesperson, recalled Rahul Gandhi's remarks undermining India's achievements on foreign soil and said that the opposition's India bloc hates the country's accomplishments. It is unbelievable that a chief minister of an Indian state, on foreign soil, objects to India, becoming the largest economy in the world and expresses dissatisfaction about it. This is nothing but Bharat Badnamai brigade that likes to undermine India's achievements on foreign soil, just like Rahul Gandhi. India Alliance hates Bharat's achievements, he posted on X. Union Minister and BJP Bengal Chief Sukanta Majumdar slammed Mamata for her remarks and said that her anti-India rhetoric is an insult to the office she holds in the country. Mamata Banerjee is tarnishing India's reputation on foreign soil. Her anti-India rhetoric is not only shameful for every Bengali and Indian but also an insult to the constitutional office she holds. It is evident that you have failed as a chief minister, but do you even hesitate to call yourself an Indian? Are you truly an Indian? He posted on X. Nan. Uproar in Rajya Sabha. BJP condemns SP MP Ramji Lal Suman's remark on Rana Sangha, demands apology. BJP MPs were seen shouting slogans in Rajya Sabha and forced a 30-minute adjournment of proceedings as they condemned the SP MP's statement. A massive uproar erupted in Rajya Sabha on Friday after BJP MPs condemned Samajwadi Party leader Ramji Lal Suman's remarks against Rajput King Rana Sangha and demanded an apology from him. BJP MPs were seen shouting slogans in the House and forced a 30-minute adjournment of proceedings as they condemned the SP MP's statement. We will not compromise on this issue until Congress and Ramji Sumanji apologize, said Dr. Radha Mohan Das Agarwal. Responding to the situation, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar called the Rajput King a national hero who fought valiantly, and called the remarks against him highly disparaging and objectionable. He further asked the members of parliament to exercise caution and maintain dignity while speaking on sensitive issues. Sentiments of people are very precious. Dignity, security and prestige of a member of the House is equally important, he said. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju also condemned Suman's statement on Rana Sangha and termed it as an insult. Meanwhile, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said he and his party respect all patriots who fought and laid down their lives for the country. However, referring to the attacks on Suman's house and property post his controversial remarks, Kharge said, none have the right to take law and order in their hands and break into an MP's house and resort to vandalism. Such anti-Dalit actions will not be tolerated, the Congress President asserted, further infuriating the ruling benches. To this, Rijiju said he condemned Kharge's remarks that Suman's house was attacked because he was a Dalit. This is not a caste or religious issue, he said. Union Minister Piyush Goyal stated that Kharge was trying to give a caste twist to the issue and it was condemnable. Amid the ongoing uproar regarding his statement, Samajwadi Party Rajya Sabha MP Ramji Lal Suman on Thursday said that he will not apologize for his remarks on Rana Sangha because one cannot deny history. I will not apologize in this life, I do not know about the next life, the Samajwadi MP was quoted as saying on Thursday, a day after his house was attacked allegedly by the members of the Karni Sena. Suman was recently captured on camera purportedly saying that Rana Sangha was a traitor who brought Babur to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. Notably, members of Karni Sena, a caste-based group advocating Rajput pride, vandalized the SP leader's house located near Hari Parvat Shraha in Agra on Wednesday. Multiple cars parked outside the house were also damaged. Nan. Mohanlal's L2 Emparan triggers big debate, politicos join in L2 Emparan, the sequel to the 2019 Malayalam blockbuster Lucifer, hit theaters on March 27, 2025. The Mohanlal star a new Malayalam film, L2 Emparan, directed by Prithviraj Sukumaran, has sparked a political controversy for its alleged portrayal of the 2002 Gujarat riots and the perceived misuse of central agencies by the ruling party. The Kerala Congress said that the film reveals the SAN agenda of dividing Kerala, while the state BJP asserted that the Saffron Party would remain unaffected by any film. People who never stepped foot on Kerala's soil were saying that a grade propaganda movie they released tax-free was the real Kerala story, State's Congress unit said in an ex post. Now a world-class film Malayalam movie exposed the SAN agenda and the division they plan in Kerala to capture control of our vast coastline and two major ports. They started crying, it added. As the film continues to receive vocal support from Congress leaders, Kerala Youth Congress President and Palakkad MLA Rahul Mamkootathil condemned the backlash against Mohanlal and director Prithviraj Sukumaran. In a Facebook post, he wrote the same people who advocated freedom of expression for films such as The Kashmir Files and The Kerala Story are now attacking Emparan. Their outrage exposes their own contradictions. The reference was made to The Kerala Story, a 2023 film that allegedly portrayed large-scale forced conversions of women to Islam, a claim that was contested and stoked political row. Nanan, the BJP state unit chose to distance itself from the political controversy, with the BJP State General Secretary P. Sudhir, saying the party won't launch any campaign against the film. The film will go its way, and the party will do its work. The party will not be affected by any film. The San Parivar activists have the right to express their views and let the audience decide whether it is good or bad, he told news agency PTI. The BJP's State Secretary S. Suresh said, Emparan film is not a political issue. The Kerala BJP won't interfere in it. Movie lovers have the liberty to watch the movie and support or criticize it. Emparan, the sequel to the 2019 Malayalam blockbuster Lucifer, hit theaters on March 27, 2025. The action thriller had a spectacular debut, raking in approximately Rs 22 crore net at the domestic box office on its opening day. This impressive start made it the highest opening film in the history of Malayalam cinema. The movie boasts a star-studded cast, featuring Mohanlal, Prithviraj Sukumaran, Tavino Thomas, Manju Warrier, Abhimanyu Singh, Andrea Tavadar, Jerome Flynn, Indrajith Sukumaran, Eric Ebwani, and Sarai Venjaramuda. Nan. The language debate. Stalin government is playing divisive politics. BJP slams Stalin. NEWS 18. PM Modi in Nagpur today, to pay tribute to RSS founders. PM Modi's development push in Maharashtra. Vijay says Tamil Nadu 2026 assembly polls to be direct contest between TVK and DMK. Founder of the fledgling political party TVK, actor Vijay claimed the 2026 Tamil Nadu assembly polls would be a different election. Founder of the fledgling political party TVK, actor Vijay on Friday claimed the 2026 Tamil Nadu assembly polls would be a different election, and the contest will be only between his party and the ruling DMK. In its first ever general council held here, Vijay Tamis Haga Vetri Kazagam urged the centre to withdraw the Waqf bill, alleging it would take away the rights of Muslims, and also wanted the NDA government to give up taking up the delimitation exercise. Ruling DMK and other political parties except the BJP in the state are also opposed to the centre on these issues. In his address, Vijay targeted Tamil Nadu's ruling DMK over dynasty politics, safety of women and children, law and order, and the BJP-led centre over issues including delimitation and three-language policy imposition. Honourable Chief Minister of Monarchy, Vijay said, slamming DMK over dynasty politics and ridiculed the CM, saying Stalin pronounced his full name Muthuval Karunanidhi Stalin with valor and self-respect, and that is not sufficient, it must be seen in action and in governance. While Stalin often blamed the BJP-led regime at the centre as fascist, Vijay alleged the DMK regime was not any less and shared the same fascist characteristic. Who are you to stop place a ban me from meeting my party workers and the people, he asked the CM, and added that if he decides to meet them he would do so by violating the restrictions. However, he is keeping calm as he respects the law. Recently, Vijay was not allowed by authorities to enter villages like Akanapuram that are opposed to Parandar Airport project, and he addressed them in a place close to the village and expressed his support to people challenging the project. Also, Vijay promised his support to the working classes including the government employees, and reiterated that his party would oppose projects that adversely impact natural resources and agriculture. In 2026, Tamil Nadu would witness a different election. Unseen so far, and the contest would be only between the TVK and the DMK, he said. Giving an assurance, Vijay said when the TVK forms the government, which would be the true rule of the people, and one that shares power with allies, it would ensure 100% safety to women and law and order shall be strictly maintained. Focus would also be on areas including education and healthcare, and our target is to ensure everything to people in equal measure and in an easy way. The AIADMK is the principal opposition party of the state, and BJP led by K. Annamalai is also continuing its assertive style of politics. Hitting out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Vijay said the centre takes GST collections from Tamil Nadu, but does not make fund allocations to the state in the union budget, and funds are not released for education. Imposition of three-language policy, and attempting to reduce parliamentary seats through delimitation, were the other accusations the TVK chief made. Against the centre opposing the One Nation One election, he urged PM Modi to handle Tamil Nadu carefully, as it is one state that has given several people a run for their money. Please do not forget. Support to two-language policy, finding a permanent solution to the travails of state's fishermen, opposition to Parandar Airport were among the issues that were covered in resolutions that were passed. The Waqf bill, by creating new conditions, took away the powers of Muslims in related matters and also trampled on their existing rights, and hence it should be taken back by the centre, TVK said in a resolution passed at the General Council meeting here, chaired by Vijay. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka have passed resolutions against the Waqf Amendment Bill, and the centre should take into consideration the representation of the state governments also, and the minorities should not be put into fear. The General Council gave full powers to Vijay to take all election-related decisions, with assembly polls just a year away. On the proposed delimitation, Vijay's party cited information that the number of seats for northern states would go up several times, and for Southern states including Tamil Nadu the count would go down. People of Tamil Nadu consider this as a punishment for properly following family planning scheme of the union government, the party alleged, and wanted the centre to drop the delimitation move. Further, the party said that 543 Lok Sabha constituencies should continue indefinitely, and that is the stand of the TVK. The venue of the meeting had a huge backdrop of Fort St. George, the colonial-era power hub, and which now houses the Tamil Nadu Secretariat, symbolizing the party's goal to capture power in 2026. Senior leader Aadhav Arjuna proposed addressing Vijay as Vetri Thalavar, victorious chief, and it was unanimously seconded by party workers. Vijay had all along been addressed as Thalapathai commander by his fans and party workers. The TVK chief had lunch together with women's wing office bearers. Nan. Rishambak Samruddhi Mandir, symbolic nerve centre of RSS that PM Modi will visit in Nagpur on Gudi Padway, built in honour of Dr. Keshav Balaram Hedgewar by his successor, M.S. Golwalkar. This site serves as both a tribute and a pilgrimage point for those who trace their ideological lineage to the organisation. Later, it became the place that houses the memorial of both. Read more. Tucked away in the heart of Nagpur, the Rishambak Samruddhi Mandir, or Dr. Hedgewar Samruddhi Mandir, is more than just a memorial of the Rastriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS founder. It is a place that is deeply intertwined with the ideological roots of the organisation. Built in honour of Dr. Keshav Balaram Hedgewar by his successor, M.S. Golwalkar, this site serves as both a tribute and a pilgrimage point for those who trace their ideological lineage to the organisation. Later, it became the place that houses the memorial of both the first two Sarsangkalak, or chiefs, of the RSS. To thousands of Sangh volunteers or Swayamsevak, the place is not merely a structure of stone and inscriptions, but a space where the organization's vision continues to find resonance, influencing India's socio-political cultural fabric. The place has seen controversy erupting over the BJP government granting it tourism status, and simultaneously, it also witnessed political stalwarts of India paying a visit. Now, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, scheduled on March 30, the spotlight on Rishambak Samruddhi Mandir intensifies. This will be Modi's first visit to Samruddhi Mandir to offer prayers since becoming the Prime Minister in 2014. According to sources in the RSS ranks, Modi visited the place last time in 2012 when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, former Prime Minister, also visited Samruddhi Mandir in 2007. However, he was not the PM then. The place witnessed Pranab Mukherjee, former President of India, visiting in 2018. Mukherjee attended the RSS Tritiya Varsha Shiksha Varg and delivered a speech there. His schedule in Nagpur included almost a day at the Sangh premises. Mukherjee, who was known as a fine Congress politician, spoke about pluralism and tolerance there. Modi's visit to the Smriti Mandir after almost a decade is not just ceremonial. For Modi, who began his journey as a dedicated RSS worker before rising through the ranks of the BJP, the visit is deeply symbolic as well. In a year charged with political momentum, a stop at this historic RSS landmark signals a reaffirmation of the Sangh's foundational ideals in him, which have played a crucial role in shaping the political narrative of contemporary India. Modi's connection with the RSS runs deep, as he mentioned in his recent speeches, including in a podcast. His presence at Samruddhi Mandir will undoubtedly stir curiosity about the messaging and optics behind this significant visit. Beyond its ideological significance, the Mandir appears to be testimony to continuity, the past, present, and future of a Hindutva movement that has shaped the national and political discourse of the country for nearly a century. The Samruddhi Mandir is more than just a physical structure. It is a place where RSS Shaka's training sessions and ideological discussions take place, which reinforces the belief system that has been driving the Sangh for nearly a century. It is also where key figures in the Sangh's history have been commemorated, serving as a constant reminder of their vision. Beyond politics, Rishambak Samruddhi Mandir also stands as a testament to how RSS sustained its legacy over time, facing three bans and hostile governments. The RSS has often been described as a movement rather than just an organization, and the Samruddhi Mandir embodies that ethos, said a senior functionary of the organization. With Modi's visit, this historic site will once again find itself at the center of national attention. Nan. Caste being used as tool for political power play, says RSS's Dattatreya Hosabal in an interview with Karnataka's Vikrama weekly magazine. He said that many who claim to follow Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's ideology are deeply involved in caste politics, forming parties and power groups based on caste identity. The Sangh includes people from all traditions, sects, and castes, but it has never adopted the customs or rituals of any particular caste or sect, said RSS Sarkaryava General Secretary Dattatreya Hosabal in an interview with Karnataka's Vikrama weekly magazine. The Shaka follows only a minimal set of practices necessary for its functioning. Caste is never a topic of discussion in the Sangh, he said. The first lesson taught in the RSS is that we are all Hindus. The way to reduce the divisive lines of caste is by drawing a larger unifying identity, which is Hindu unity. Thus, caste has no place in the Sangh. There is a discipline in the Sangh that its workers must not be actively involved in caste-based organizations. As a result, RSS Swayamsevaks volunteers do not hold leadership positions in any caste-based groups. Efforts to eradicate caste through confrontation only reinforce caste divisions, he added. In 1974, during his Vasantav Ayakyanmala lecture series, the third Sarsang Kalak Balasaheb Dioras stated, "Let caste be erased from society. Let it go more smoothly, but there is no need to lament that caste is going away. The rigid caste hierarchy does not allow social mobility as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described it, it is a multi-storied building without a staircase." However, within the RSS ecosystem, many inter-caste marriages have taken place, but the Sangh has never used this for publicity, Hosabale said. Since RSS Swayamsevaks deeply internalize the idea of Hindu unity, they remain above caste divisions. The argument that caste must be preserved only to maintain diversity is not conducive to national unity, said the RSS functionary. India's geographical and natural diversity ensures that social diversity will always exist. It is incorrect to say that caste alone is necessary to maintain diversity. If caste remains confined to family traditions or domestic practices, it does not harm society. However, if caste is used to discriminate or determine political power, it becomes a problem for society, he said. The Sangh has always urged that a system be put in place through society and the constitution to eliminate this deficiency for those who have been deprived of respect, opportunity and equality based on birth caste, said Hosabale. Has the Sangh's stance on caste influenced society? Yes, it has. While this change is not solely due to the Sangh, many individuals have worked towards this goal. With changing times, caste barriers are naturally weakening. Today, we see IAS officers, sportspersons, film stars, and IT professionals choosing their life partners based on career and compatibility rather than caste. This trend is increasing, gradually shifting caste identities, he said. Caste is being used as a tool for political power play, he argued. Many who claim to follow the maker of the constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's ideology, are deeply involved in caste politics, forming parties and power groups based on caste identity. Without fostering a national consciousness with the belief that this is one nation, and we are all one people, a solution cannot be found to this problem, said Hosabale. Nan. Poll promises don't always. Ajit Pawar's remark on loan waiver sparks row. Shinde responds, as of March 28, I want to clearly inform the people of Maharashtra through this program to repay their crop loans by March 31. Promises made during elections don't always translate directly into actions, Pawar said. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar on Saturday stirred a debate while addressing the concerns regarding loan waivers, saying that citizens must repay their crop loans by March 31. While addressing a gathering in Baramati, the state finance minister said that election promises don't always translate into immediate action and that future decisions will depend on prevailing circumstances. However, he assured that zero-interest loans would be available to ease the burden on farmers. As of March 28, I want to clearly inform the people of Maharashtra through this program to repay their crop loans by March 31. Promises made during elections don't always translate directly into actions. Considering the current circumstances, decisions will be made in the future. However, for now and even next year, loans taken must be repaid. On a positive note, arrangements have been made to avail of loans at zero interest, he said, as quoted by news agency ANI. He further emphasized that the Maharashtra government's focus remains on working for the welfare of the people, whether it's for CM Devendra Fadnavis or Deputy CM Eknath Shinde. Pawar further addressed the elephant in the room, the state's financial commitments. While presenting the state budget of Rs 7.20 lakh crore, Pawar highlighted the significant burden of waiving electricity bills worth about Rs 65,000 crore. The finance minister further said that the government has to foot the bill for these waived electricity charges, which is a substantial expense. Whatever was said does not come into action directly because while presenting a budget of Rs 7.20 lakh crore, electricity bills worth about Rs 65,000 crore have been waived off, meaning you don't, but we, the government, have to pay it, he added. Pawar also outlined the financial burden of various welfare schemes, including Rs 45,000 crore allocated for the Ladki Bahan Yojana. Additionally, Rs 3.5 lakh crore is required for salaries, pensions, and loan interest payments. If we add Rs 65,000 crore and Rs 3.5 lakh crore, nearly Rs 4.25 lakh crore is already spent. The remaining funds have to cover essential expenses like school books, uniforms, electricity, water, and roads, he added. While recalling his recent Kolhapur visit, Pawar mentioned that his colleague Hassan Mushraf had urged him to address the issue of crop loan waivers, as many farmers were awaiting relief. Yesterday, I was in Kolhapur, and even there, Hassan Mushraf asked me to quickly decide as people are not paying and are waiting, hence, we will take a decision after assessing the situation. Right now, the conditions do not allow for a waiver, so this year's and next year's loans must be repaid, Pawar added. Meanwhile, his colleague and other Deputy CM Eknath Shinde said the government will fulfill all promises made in the election manifesto. He also called for maintaining balance in the state finances, adding that funds should be available for welfare schemes, development, and employees' salaries, ABP News reported. However, Shiv Sena UBT leader Ambati's Dance accused Mahayuti allies of misleading farmers during elections and said that the state government's inability to waive crop loans will increase the financial burden on the poor agriculturists. Mahayuti allies had promised to waive crop loans if voted to power during assembly elections. Now they have gone back on their poll promise, he said. With inputs from agency ESNAN.